Hey guys, Sarah here from Marital Glue, and today I'm going to be doing a cleaning video. A few of you have requested that I share how we keep our house clean and how we maintain it. Before I begin, I just want to say that everybody's definition of a clean house is different. Some people may like a little bit of clutter, may not mind a mess here and there, and just don't like the thought of cleaning. Some people may love cleaning. Some people are stay-at-home moms and might have more time in their day to clean, whereas others are working outside the home and just really don't have a lot of time. There's so many different situations, so many different scenarios. Some people prioritize cleaning and want things more detailed clean. Some people just like the basics. Where I'm at is kind of in between. Because I run a daycare in my home, I am constantly cleaning and I feel like I'm never getting ahead. And you'll see that when I share how many times I clean each space and what I do on a daily, weekly basis. But I feel like I don't have a lot of time to do some of the bigger things on a regular basis. Now, one YouTuber I really love, her name is Jen from How Jen Does It. She does great videos on cleaning. She has an immaculate home that she keeps extremely clean. She cleans down to like the picture frames and stuff on like a weekly basis, I want to say, and that's just something I rarely do. She was a stay-at-home mom, is a stay-at-home mom, but also does YouTube now almost full-time. So she is busy, but she has a different lifestyle than I do. I just don't have the flexibility in my schedule to be able to spend 3 hours cleaning on a Friday afternoon. I just don't have that flexibility because I have kids in my home. So if I want to do bigger, deeper cleans or want to clean the whole house at one time, I have to take away from family time, which is just not something I really want to do. Now, I've been running my daycare for a full year, and most of that first full year, Stan and I, my husband, would get into arguments about cleaning and things like that because I would just feel so overwhelmed and frustrated by constantly cleaning and not getting ahead. So we did decide to hire a woman to come in and clean our house bi-weekly. And she basically, her role when it comes to cleaning is just to get our house looking nice at one time, because that is like rare. And so she does, you know, she sweeps the floors, mops the floors, she does the bathroom, she dusts, and she does like the toilets. She will clean the showers and things when I ask, which is usually like a monthly thing depending on which shower, since there's one we don't use, one Celia only bathes in, and then one we shower in almost daily. And I do clean those once in a while on my own too, but if I'm really busy, I have her clean them. She also will clean our oven and our fridge and things like that if we ask for an extra fee. So we have had her do both of those because it was needed, and it was Christmas time, so it was pretty busy. So I didn't want to take away from family time to do those kinds of things, because I do work 50 hours a week. And that family time is really precious because my husband's schedule is so different than mine as well. So we rarely get a full day together, and if we do, it's usually a Sunday. And I don't want to be cleaning when we're together because we just don't get a lot of that time together. However, that being said, I really do like to have a clean, tidy house, and so I am constantly cleaning, but I'm always getting it back to that level that the cleaner had it. We're trying to, at least, because stuff with 7 to 9 kids in the house, it gets a little crazy sometimes, but we're constantly picking up and cleaning. So I'm just going to share with you what my basic routines are, and hopefully that'll give you a sense of what I do. I don't know how helpful it is to you guys, but it might just make you feel better, or hopefully will not make you feel bad about yourself, because that is not the point of this video. It's just to give you an idea of what I do. So as far as the bathrooms go, we don't do much, but I do sanitize the kids' toilets on a daily basis just to get all the grossness off of them when the daycare kids use them. And then after I get ready in the morning, I wipe down the counters and put my stuff away. I'm always trying to tidy every room when I leave it. But other than that, I don't do much more in the bathrooms. The showers get cleaned on about a monthly basis when the cleaner comes and does it, or I will, while my daughter's bathing, I'll go around the rim of the tub and clean it. But other than that, we don't clean them much more because they don't really need it. And then the other toilets get cleaned bi-weekly, and then I just clean them in between those if they need it, but usually they don't. In the kitchen, I wipe the countertops about 4 times a day because I serve breakfast, lunch, and snack to the kids. And then we have dinner as a family after the kids leave, and it's just our small family. And I wipe the counters down after every single one of those meals, so that's 4 times a day. And then I also will run the sweeper vac a few times a week, depending on how crummy the messes are and how much of a mess there is. And So I'd say probably 2 to 5 times a week I will just use the sweeper vac on the kitchen floors, and I will also run the steam mop maybe one time between the bi-weekly visits of the cleaner coming. But it doesn't get too dirty in the kitchen. It's the dining room that really gets messy. We do dishes 2 times a day during the week, the weekdays, because I have so many dishes from the daycare kids, so that gets loaded and put away and run twice a day. The microwave gets cleaned bi-weekly when the cleaner comes. I don't do it usually in between. It doesn't usually need it. And then bigger things like the oven and the fridge are like a every few month kind of cleaning task. The dining room is probably the most abused room in the house because I have 7 kids currently who eat there 3 times a day, and then our family eats there, and they're little kids, so they make a huge mess. It's really helped since I bought these 2 folding picnic tables that I use for the kids. They're sitting lower to the ground, so if something falls, it's not spreading. Like if a milk glass falls, it's not getting everywhere because it's lower to the ground. I can easily move them to clean, and it really contains the space that the kids are eating at, so my whole floor is not getting dirty just underneath the tables. So after every meal, I wipe down those tables, and then I take my sweeper vac and I go around and get all the crumbs that they spilled. So I usually sweep that room about 3 times a day, maybe more depending on if our dinner is really messy too. So it gets clean a lot, and then I steam mop usually twice a week, and then the cleaner steam mops it again bi-weekly. And then as far as the bedrooms, hallways, and like the daycare spaces, I really don't do much except for tidy. And then the daycare spaces, I also will once in a while have the kids help me clean like the shelves and stuff like that that the cleaner doesn't do. But I will vacuum the daycare spaces a couple times a week when they need it, especially during the colder months when we're bringing in salt and just random stuff on our boots and stuff like that, just to keep it really clean and looking nice for my clients who come in twice a day to drop off and pick up their kids. It's just really important that it looks nice and it's clean. As far as sanitizing toys and stuff like that, I don't do it much because I think a little bit of germs are good for kids, but if a kid ever puts a toy in their mouth, I will put that in a bucket, and once the bucket is full, I will clean them and sanitize them. But if kids are getting sick, I will go through and sanitize all the toys, launder them, depending on what type of toy it is. But other than that, I don't do a lot of sanitizing because I found the less I sanitize, the less often we get sick. And then as far as laundry goes, that's something I do have a pretty detailed system for, just to stay on top of it. So what I do is every morning when I get up, I bring whatever type of laundry it is that I'm doing that day, and I put it in the washer, and then before the kids come, it's usually done. So at 5 I usually put it in, around 7 I usually put it in the dryer, and then I can start another load, and then it's all done and ready to go by nap time for me to fold it, put it away, or do whatever. So that's really worked well for me. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I do clothes. On Tuesday and Thursday, I do towels. And now we go through a lot of towels because we don't do paper towels in our home. And I explained to you how often I clean the kitchen and the dining room counters. So about 4 times a day, I'm using a towel. Plus, when kids go to the bathroom or wash their hands before meals, they need to use a separate towel. So we go through tons and tons of towels, probably 30 plus a day. So I'm constantly cleaning them. So I wash them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then usually once again on the weekends, if the bin is getting really full, I will wash them again. And then as far as bedding, we wash bedding usually bi-weekly on Tuesdays. And then I wash the kids' nap bedding. Usually that will be my second load every day. I'll do my first load of whichever item I'm on, depending on the day. And then I'll take one of the kids' nap bins and empty out their blanket, their stuffed animal or whatever they have, their sleeping bag, and their pillowcase, and I'll throw it in the wash and then dry it, and it's ready before nap, and that way they're getting clean usually on a weekly basis. So that is my cleaning routine. I know it's a little different because I do have a cleaning service come in, but it's helped me tremendously. I've explained how many times I clean surfaces and floors, and it still is never clean at one time except when the cleaner comes. She cleans for usually 2.5 to 3 hours. And it's just so nice on the weekend, every other weekend, just to have a clean house and to kind of pretend I don't have a ton of kids running around. I'm so blessed to do what I do, but it does take a toll on our house. So even though I'm cleaning constantly, I rarely get to those bigger things. But I am hoping to do more zone cleaning and stuff like that, but I just haven't found a way to really fit it in, considering all the cleaning I already am doing on a daily basis. I would love to know what your cleaning routines are. Do you do anything differently, especially if you're a daycare provider, or maybe you nanny in your home or watch other people's kids? it takes a toll on your house, and I would love to know what your routines are, if you have any tricks, things to save time, things like that. I know everybody's system's different, but that's what works for me. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if there's any other topics related to this that you want to see. Thank you guys so much for watching.